This like it can go on and on about it. Vaisakh.
Yeah. So now, like, I would like to ask, you said, no, when you decided to quit your job, the Swami said, why did you quit the job? A lot of people, have the misconception that, the ashram is trying to get a lot of people extracting free work. But in most of our experience, they actually tend to still, do your thing outside. So could you talk a bit more about that?
Yeah, it's like people, people are hearing they will brainwash you, and then they will, they get free labor, and then they'll make you into Brahmachari. They'll make you leave all material belongings. But then Sadhguru drives around in his Hummer. It's like,
Yeah.
the narrative they spin is so off, and see, when I joined, there was still a lot of content online which was against him. When I went, I did not see anything. Okay, it's like reading Amazon reviews. Like 1-star review. Should I buy this? No, I should not buy this. 5-star review. I think I should buy this. This is what people are doing these days. And you can never come to a conclusion about something just by reading things online. Anything can say. I mean, you just go to any comment section on any Instagram post, any YouTube video. It's just trash mostly. So people get confused about it. I mean, that's their thing. They just want to think through the process. Think. It's not going to get them anywhere. But the full time and all, you have to. They just don't take you. You have to prove yourself that you're committed. Forget full-time volunteering. Even in Isha Hatha Yoga teachers training, there are 3 rounds of interviews. In those 3 rounds, if they find out in any way that your commitment is wavering, they will not take you, which is a paid course. They charge $10,000 for it. They will still not take you.
Right.
And full-time, they're going to be taken care of. They're going to be taking care of your everything, your food, your shelter, your this, your that, everything. They will train you. They train me in ways. This is something which I'm going to be talking about in my upcoming video, where I talk about how I ran my studio and all. This skill to run the studio, to run a business, this is not something education systems can provide you today. What I learned from the ashram in terms of capabilities and skills, forget the spiritual stuff. If you just completely remove it, I have been transformed in a way that these capabilities I never had before. I learned this from the ashram for free, and I walked out, and they did not charge me a single rupee through the whole thing. And when I left, also, they said, they said, Dharmitra, you can come back whenever you want. Our doors are always open for you. Right. This is how it happens. And Brahmacharya, for Brahmachari, you have to, first of all, in the ashram, for Brahmachari, there is a choice. After a certain age, you will be asked, listen, you need to either commit to a relationship, a marriage. We will help you find a partner. If you don't have a partner, there is a marriage counsel and all of that to, matchmaking in the ashram. And either the Brahmachari option is there. And for a few people, if they are very stable people and they are of that kind, they are allowed to be single also. A lot of people like that also. Depending upon the individual, they are given the liberty to do these things. A lot of young people initially, because of, in the ashram also, there is a certain, it's the people's misconception, there's a certain glamorization of Brahmachari. In Indian spirituality, there's a certain glamorization of Brahmacharya, right? So it naturally becomes the highest thing. We all think, oh, Brahmachari is the great. It is quite amazing. But I'm saying the glamour needs to be removed, and you have to see it for what it is. A lot of people apply for Brahmacharya. I don't know now. Earlier, you need not even have to be in the ashram to apply for it. And there were like some 2 lakh applications. I could be wrong about this. This is hearsay. Somebody told me 2 lakh applications a year they were getting. Now they have closed down. They only take from the people they know. And the whole system, there is a mentorship system. There are people looking into your growth. Their inputs are taken. At different points, you will be asked every 6 months, every 3 months, at every stage of your growth, they will ask you, what is it that you want to do? Do you think Brahmachari is an option for you? Then after that, if you think that this is for you, this person has shown certain things that fits this kind of way of life of Brahmacharya, which is, by the way, not better or not less than anything else, okay? But if it suits the person and the person wants to take this path, then they're put into something known as the process, which is a spiritual process where you don't become a brahmachari, you are initiated into, say, I'm just being very crude with this, okay? Don't take it to this thing. Like a pre-brahmachari process, basically it is. So where you will see in the ashram, if you go, you'll see a bunch of people wearing, samyama clothes, the orange and the whites. They are in that only. They live next to the brahmachari sangha where the brahmacharis live, and they live like brahmacharis, but they're not fully initiated. And this process, when you're put in, is very intense. Their schedule, their sadhana, everything is super intense because they're put on a very high, fast-forward pace, spiritually also, externally also. This process can last anywhere between 1 year to 10 years.
Okay.
So your commitment will be tested in each and every way. And then they may put you into brahmacharya because people fall out of that also. Then they realize, no, this is, the journey itself makes them learn many things like it did for me. But then you should realize it's not about this is the best, this is the next. No, it's about what is good for you, what is the best for you. So the process is so difficult to get into, and for people to think that brainwash and this, that, oh my God. I feel when it comes to these things, if you can brainwash, you deserve to be brainwashed. You're an idiot. Probably shouldn't have said that. Yeah, but it's silly to think like that. Sitting here online, you will look up and you will read 5 articles, then say, "Oh, I've done my research. Sadhguru's this, Sadhguru's that." And you go there and see what is happening. Experience. The main thing is, Vaisakh, the context of the experience is missing.
Right.
When the context of the experience is missing. See, the people who are, against Sadhguru, if you say they're making these videos and all, I genuinely do not think most of them lack integrity. Genuinely. I just feel that if it was me, for example, and the context of this spiritual experience was missing, I would also be an atheist because I was an atheist back in the day. It's just that these crazy experiences happened to me and I was forced to shift my worldview, and my understanding of life was changed because these things happened to me. Now, supposing somebody is not has not experienced these things, then naturally they will lump all the, the fake gurus and the dhongi people, they will lump all of them into one category, So I do not feel this is necessarily always out of an ill intention. Many a times it is politically motivated. That is also the case because the moment Sadhguru started voicing his opinions on politics and all of that, all of these things really ramped up.
Right.
But a lot of them, I genuinely see that they have good intentions. Some of them genuinely think that this is wrong, but they want to prove that it is wrong in any way possible. They're okay slinging mud, they're okay lying about it, because they feel that it's like anything you do. Like, for example, Adolf Hitler, for that matter, was thinking he was cleansing the world of Jews. So all heinous tasks and everything, they say the road to hell is paved with good intentions. So evil people, I feel, are very few. I could be wrong, but I feel are very few who know they're doing wrong, who know and genuinely they're doing. But most people, I feel, work according to their own understanding.
Yeah.
And if they're putting their content outside against him, I do not agree with it, but I respect them as human beings. This is what my spiritual path has taught me. And I will not hate them in any way. Maybe if they abuse me or something, I'll distance myself. But I would like to share what is common between us. Because see, there is nobody on the planet with whom I agree 100%. Even Sadhguru, I don't agree with 100%. On many things, I disagree with him.
Right.
If you work in the ashram with Sadhguru, and Sadhguru works with architects, engineers, people from all fields, scientists, They have debates. People say, Sadhguru, no, you're wrong. This is this. Sadhguru listens, He's also like this. The inner dimension is different for him.
Right.
But this conversation needs to have. Our minds are different. We will disagree with each other. But to just, I disagree with you, so I kill you. This is wrong. Or I spew hatred against you. This is wrong. We are in this, the civilization has come to such a place that these debates and all are possible. And now on a single platform, earlier what was happening was spiritual people were amongst themselves, atheist people were amongst themselves, everybody is doing their own thing. Now the platform, the stage is one. So everybody gets to talk about everything else. Every idiot's opinion is out there.